The decentralized financial space has experienced another significant security exploit, highlighting that even assets designed for stability are highly vulnerable to operational failures. On May 24, 2026, the asset-backed stablecoin issuer StablR became the target of an active exploit on the Ethereum mainnet. The security breach immediately impacted the platform's native tokens, causing a severe market disruption that drove both its euro-backed and dollar-backed stablecoins far below their intended pegs. What makes this specific incident notable is that it did not involve a complex smart contract code failure or a cryptographic vulnerability. Instead, it was an access control failure at the human and operational layer. Today, we are going to look closely at this event. We will break down what USDR is and the StablR protocol, analyze the exact mechanics of how the attackers took control of the system, evaluate the financial damage, and discuss what future stablecoin protocols must learn to prevent similar incidents. To understand how this exploit caused so much market panic, we first need to look at what StablR actually is. StablR operates as a decentralized stablecoin protocol that focuses on providing asset-backed digital currencies. The platform manages two primary flagship tokens, EURR, which is backed to the euro, and the USDR, which is pegged to the United States dollar. To build trust with institutional users and traditional investors, StablR positions its ecosystem as a highly secure, regulated, and collateralized platform. The protocol claimed that all circulating USDR and EURR tokens were fully backed by physical fiat reserve held in segregated, audited bank accounts. When working as intended, a user deposits fiat currency with the issuer, and the protocol authorized the creation or minting of an equivalent amount of stablecoins on the blockchain. Because the project placed a heavy emphasis on regular accounting and legal compliance, many market participants assumed that the token were fundamentally safe from volatile depegging risks that usually affect algorithmic stablecoins. The exploit unfolded rapidly on Sunday, May 24, 2026, and was first detected and publicly flagged by on-chain blockchain security firm Block8. The root cause of the entire hack was a private key compromise that targeted the protocol's governance infrastructure. To control critical functions like token creation and administrative updates, StablR used a multi-signature wallet, also known as a multisig wallet. A multisig wallet is designed to require approval from multiple independent private keys before a transaction can be executed. However, the system had major structural vulnerability in its configuration threshold. The attackers managed to compromise the private key of just one single owner within the multisig structure. Because the platform operated under a weak operational security threshold, gaining access to this one single key allowed the attacker to execute a complete governance takeover. With total administrative control over the minting contract, the attacker did not deposit any collateral. They simply called the minting function to print unbacked tokens directly out of thin air. On-chain data shows the attacker minted 8.35 million of fake USDR tokens and 4.5 million of fake EURR token. And at this moment, the real-world identity of the perpetrator remains completely unknown. Security analyst firms are currently tracing the on-chain addresses used during the exploit, but the attacker acted with extreme speed to cash out before the protocol could respond. Immediately after minting the millions of unbacked USDR and EURR tokens, the attacker flooded the decentralized exchange liquidity pool on Ethereum. They initiated massive swap requests, selling the fake tokens for highly liquid assets like native Ether and established stablecoins like USDC. Because decentralized liquidity pools for this specific token were relatively thin, this sudden wave of massive selling pressure completely broke the market balance. The impact on holders was immediate and severe. The euro-backed EURR token rapidly lost 20% of its value, dropping to roughly 88 cents. The dollar-backed USDR token experienced an even deeper loss due to the lack of buyer support, collapsing 30% down to approximately 70 cents. Panic selling quickly accelerated across the community as users rushed to salvage whatever value they could, accepting heavy market slippage just to exit the pools. When we evaluate the StablR exploit, the clear conclusion is that this event was actually completely preventable. The underlying smart contract code executed exactly as it was written. The contract did not contain a software bug. The entire disasters occurred because of a weak access control and flawed governance architecture. Future decentralized finance protocol must take away two critical engineering lessons from this event. First, a protocol should never allow a single compromise key to alter the entire structure of a governance multisig wallet. Admin changes must require a strict, high threshold, such as 3 of 5 or 4 of 7 signature requirement, and must be bound by a mandatory time lock. A time lock ensures that if a key is compromised and an unauthorized modification is proposed, the network has a multi-day warning period to pause the contracts before the changes can go live. Second, stablecoin minting contracts should have hard-coded on-chain minting limits that are independent of private keys. For example, the contract logic should prevent the system from printing millions of dollars worth of token in a single transaction if the incoming collateral assets do not increase by a matching amount. The StablR exploit serves as a stark reminder that physical asset backing in a bank account means very little if the digital printing press on the blockchain is left poorly secured. While the team positioned USDR and EURR as institutional-grade, regulated digital assets, a basic failure in private key management allowed an anonymous attacker to destroy market confidence in a matter of minutes. For the broader DeFi community, this incident emphasized that operational security or OpSec and robust multisig management are just as important as clean code. Thank you for watching this educational breakdown. And if you appreciate factual, data-driven analysis free of market hype, please consider subscribing to the channel and check out my other video. And maybe you want to check out how Hyperliquid outperformed Bitcoin or the exploit on the Ferris protocol, which is quite similar to this one. Share your thoughts on the stablecoin governance model in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.